You guys ever have one of these bad boys? Back in the day, we took these things everywhere. Welcome back, fellow millionaires. iPods. This is not one of them. This is actually just an MP3 player. I could not find my iPods. I honestly could not bother to look for them. They are somewhere though. iPods are making a comeback. You know, last video I talked about a whole generation. This has nothing to do with that. This isn't a nostalgia thing. This isn't a, oh, back in the day was better. Maybe a little bit, not really. No, actually this is about a whole group of people trying to ditch their phone addictions for dumber tech. All right, guys, and before we continue, I just want to say a little quick intermission here. Thank you so much for the support on the last two videos. I've really been trying my best, and if I feel like it's paying off, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, and yeah, I really appreciate everyone that's been watching, subscribing. You know, it really motivates me to continue. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on this video while you're watching it. All right, thank you all. I love you all. Let's go back to the video. What does that mean, dumber tech? Because this thing really isn't dumb. They're programmed to do what they're gonna do, but they are still, in a way, smart devices, right? They make things easier for us that we used to do in the past that were a little bit more tedious. You know, you don't have to carry around 50 CDs or 8 tracks or vinyls. You just carry around a little thing and boom, all your music was there. Now we have our smartphones, which do all of that, and we have streaming services. So we don't even have to buy the music anymore. You just basically are renting it in a way, right? You're paying monthly and you get to listen to whatever you want that's on that service. Some of us pay for multiple. One video I really want to touch on is by a creator I actually really like. So shout out to him, and I'm sorry. But his name is Denki, but he makes a lot of videos consisting of retro tech, kind of like really looking into it. And he did a video where he refurbed a iPod Classic. Now let me tell you something, when I was younger, I wanted an iPod Classic so bad. Those things looked so cool. They were big, had huge screens, you can actually watch videos on them, and they felt so nice, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, I actually had an iPod Nano, but I wanted the Classic. Just, you know, I've always liked bigger devices. I don't know why.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Now the question is, why would someone want to do that? Before I go on, there are Audiophiles, and they get a pass. Audiophiles get a pass. And for those of you who don't know, Audiophiles are people that are really into how things sound, right? Like that is their thing. They really care about the sound of stuff. And iPod Classics, specifically a few generations, had amazing DACs, and DACs are what processes the audio, I think. I don't know, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. But they have DACs, which audiophiles really look out for, right? They have DACs to plug their headphones into, and the Classics have great DACs at a good, reasonable price. So for them, makes sense, right? This is not who we're talking about in this video. I'm talking about people like Denki, whose main focus is trying to be more focused. They are ditching their smartphones for dumb phones and dumber tech in order to stay off of social media and get away from their phone addictions. I applaud anyone trying to get away from their phones for a little bit, right? And trying to bring down their social media consumption. But I think it's counterintuitive in a way to say you want to move away from your smart device, which does everything in one, to a bunch of dumber devices, and now you have to switch between so many devices to do your basic tasks. If anything, you're taking longer to do stuff now, right? The whole point of all this stuff is to make it so it's faster and easier for you to get your stuff done, right? Some people can literally work from just their phones. Like, they don't need anything else besides their phone. Like in this video, he literally pulls out a smart typewriter. So what's the point of ditching your smart tech for something that's already considered smart tech, but calling it dumber tech just because it's like not a laptop? Like, that doesn't make sense. Think about people on the go. Imagine having to carry around all those devices, right? Like, the point of small laptops and your smartphones is so you don't have to carry so much stuff. You don't have to carry a bunch of notebooks and a typewriter and a music player or a CD player and a bunch of CDs, and then you're gonna go get set up somewhere to work and you have to pull out 15 million different gadgets because you don't want to use a smartphone. Look and listen closely, okay? If you have that much problem focusing on stuff because of your smartphone, you need to go to therapy, okay? You don't need to switch your devices. And look, I've gone to therapy. Do I bring up my phone addiction? I have not yet. Do I have a bad social media addiction? I do, and I'll admit it. However, I feel like I still get my work done. Look, anyone that knows me or is around me knows I send about, I'm not gonna lie, I send anywhere from 100 to 200 videos across TikTok and Reels and stuff throughout the day. That's just the truth. And I still get my work done. I don't understand the need to like get rid of a bunch of stuff because I need to focus. Like, I get my work done, I take a break, go on social media, and then I go back and do more work, and then I still finish. Not only that, but this whole thing of like almost quitting cold turkey, switching to dumber tech, it's not going to really benefit you in the long run. One, I looked at some studies, a few. This is a disclaimer. This is not about tech. This study was done about nicotine. And this article I read concludes from a bunch of studies. It's on the Mayo Clinic, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. But out of 100 people that try to quit cold turkey, only 5 could successfully do it and go longer than 6 months. Only 5. That's 1 in 20 when you really break it down, fractions or whatever, you know? As I'm recording this, I had a smart tech malfunction and now I look like this. What the hell happened? All because of a pop-up. I look like this now. As I was saying, so randomly dropping your phone, not gonna help you. It's about learning to live with the technology. And, you know, I think as our world, our society becomes more dependent on technology, we are going to have to learn how to cope with that, you know? So tech addictions and social media addictions are gonna become way more common. I mean, I would say probably, I don't know, 90% of the world is probably addicted to social media, addicted to their phones. So I can understand some people are like, you know what, I want to get off my phone, get off my smart device, whatever. But the problem is, that's like, what are you gonna do in 10, 20 years when every job is dependent on tech, or our world is even more dependent on it, you know? Like, you have to learn to cope with these things and kind of like live alongside it rather than be like, I'm ditching it forever. I do understand some people switching to flip phones, you know, which I have seen a few videos like that as well, of people switching to flip phones and they're like, this is all I carry. And, you know, it's not really a dumb device. It's still an Android phone that does like the music thing and all that, and internet browsing and that. But it's like, because of the form factor, they're not as inclined to spend hours on social media a day. That I can understand. What I don't understand is people buying things like dumb phones, for example, that look like smartphones, are the same form factor as smartphones, cost as much as a smartphone, but only do like 5 things, and that's it. Like, now it's not a dumb phone, it's a dummy phone, because you're dumb for buying that. Just switch to something else. What are you doing? It's almost like they're using that item as a way to brag that they're better than you, because look, I quit social media, I quit my smartphone, I'm on a dumb phone. Okay, and you spent like $300 on that dumb phone that does nothing, so you're dumb. Things were not easier when we had flip phones and had an individual device for every single thing of our lives, you know? Things are easier now, and it's for a reason. That's what technological advances are for. That's what they're there for, to make your life easier, not harder. The other thing is, like, iPhones, and I'm sure Androids have this too. I haven't had an Android in a long time, so I don't know, but they have a focus mode. Just put a focus mode on. You can even make it hard for you to get out of the focus mode, so you don't just leave it to go on social media. Just do that. Why is that so difficult? Like, they put it there for a reason, so you don't have to go out and be like, I'm spending $400 on a dumb phone. What? All I'm gonna say is this, and I said it earlier, the world is gonna get more dependent on tech, and we have to learn to deal with that. I think everyone needs a little bit of therapy, or a lot. I go. I'm sure a lot of you go. That's where you should go and deal with your social media addictions. Try to wind down from using your smartphone so much. Instead of being like, I'm going to buy $2,000 worth of tech so I can ditch my already $1,000 phone. It just doesn't that sound crazy? To me, it was weird. I don't know how you guys feel about it. You know, it's just a weird situation, weird vibe, and there's a lot. Like every week I get more and more videos recommended of I switched to an iPod Classic, I switched to a flip phone, I got a dumb phone, and what dumb phone is best for you, like blah blah blah. None of them. This is all dumb, man. Saying you want to use an iPod because of the audio quality is justified. Saying you want to use an iPod because you want dumb tech sounds dumb, right? Is it just me? Ditching your laptop so you don't go online, so you get a smart typewriter, doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's just weird. And again, nothing against Denki. I think, you know, he's kind of showing that as well in that video of like, it's dumb tech, but makes your life harder, right? I think he's just a creator that really shows a lot of the different little tech things. And there are people that will just do a video with one of those devices for like a week or a month or whatever and blah, blah, blah. So Denki, I love you, okay? This isn't a video against you. At the end of the day, listen, it's your money. Do whatever you want with it. Buy whatever tech you want. Just think about the reason of why you're actually getting it, you know? And everyone go to therapy. If only BetterHelp was my sponsor or something. Just don't make excuses that it's to focus more. I think that's really what I'm trying to get to. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you made it to this part of the video, comment dummy phone down below. And until next time, peace.